Hello, everyone. Welcome to West Catholic Live, a show about all the great things happening at West Catholic High School. I'm John Gonzalez, and this week we have a special guest co-host. It's Natalie Scalabrino. How you doing, Natalie?
I'm doing really good. Typically, I'm sitting in the production booth, kind of helping out with that. But today, I guess it's time for my turn in front of the camera.
Yeah, Tony Fischer is typically joining us here, our principal and your friend. But today, he's busy doing principal things.
Of course, Tony's a very busy person.
I really don't know what principal things are, but maybe discipline, maybe talking to teachers.
Somebody's getting a detention.
Well, you never got one, did you, when you were a student here?
No, I was a great kid.
I don't know if I buy that, but okay. I'll tell you what, if you have renewed to West Catholic Live, thank you so much for joining us. This is also available as a podcast, so check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Join us right after the show. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, and that's a fun thing, right, Natalie?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know who's watching right now, but I'd like to give a special shout out to the class of 2012. I graduated from West Catholic, so, a couple of you watch the show, so what's up?
What's up? Yeah, and this week's West Catholic Live, we have a fun show. We're celebrating Mexican Independence Day with one of our students, and also we check in with Jan Biertais from Rockford Construction. He gives us an update of everything happening outdoors.
Speaking of outdoor projects, we are getting ready to host our first football game. Well, our first true home football game of the season. So we'll take a look at West Catholic Football Updates show and hear from Coach Grove about that. And also this week, we had a really great time yesterday celebrating our grandparents/VIPs mass. So we're going to look in with our students and see what great things they have to say about their grandparents.
But before we get to all that, it's time for the weekly chatter. Natalie, what exactly is the weekly chatter?
The weekly chatter, it's our weekly newsletter that parents, students, anyone who wants it really can get. It just kind of keeps you up to date about everything happening at West Catholic.
Of course, if you want to find all the information, just go to our website, grwestcatholic.org.
Okay, let's see what the news we have is.
Let's see what we have on the chatter. This just in, folks. Tonight's a busy night.
Tonight is a busy night. We are going to be having an informational night for our West Catholic pilgrimage to the holy sites of Italy. It's for juniors and seniors as they kind of learn to live their faith and prepare for the next steps of their lives. So over 9 days, students and chaperones are going to be walking through the streets of Rome, Assisi, attending a papal audience in Vatican City, and just touring some amazing holy and religious sites throughout the country of Italy.
Yeah, that trip will be happening next year in 2023. The informational meeting tonight. You'll get all the details about that and be able to ask questions. But just show up. I believe what time does it start?
7 p.m. tonight in the MAC.
All right. And then also going on is, if you're looking ahead, financial planning is a big deal. I know that Cynthia Kneibel, our president and CEO, has something planned.
Yeah, she has a financial aid planning night open to all families with children of any age, either who are in Catholic schools looking for ways to help finance the education, or who might have considered Catholic schools but weren't quite sure how they were going to make ends meet in that regard to pay for tuition. But Catholic education can be very affordable, and Cynthia Kneibel has a great financial background to help you navigate that and find out how to make West Catholic and other local schools affordable for your family.
Good job recapping that, Natalie Scalabrino, our communications director. I'll tell you what, one of the things here that we love to communicate is we have a vibrant international community. I believe we have like 24 students, 15 different countries represented, and periodically throughout the West Catholic Live season, we are looking and shedding a little spotlight on one of the countries. And this week, it happens to be Mexico, because Mexican Independence Day is Friday, September 16th. And we have a little video with one of our students.
Hello everyone, I'm Álvaro Muñoz Echegaray. I'm a student at West Catholic High School and I come from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Nothing like Mexico. My favorite part when I go to Mexico is going to eat los tacos Providencia. I get a lot of salsa, a lot of tacos de asada al pastor, and then go for a torta ahogada. It's bread and with a lot of stuff inside, frijoles, crema, carne, and then it's topped with a lot of sauce, with a lot of salsa, a lot of flavor, and it's really great. Very Guadalajara thing, yeah. At West Catholic and at the United States, I learned to share spaces with other cultures and other people from international countries, and that's what I enjoy being here, just meeting other people from other countries, other cultures, and sharing what we think is the best of us. For me, life in Mexico is knowing everyone around your city and having fun and laughs everywhere you go. It's having parties everywhere, living in culture with good food and good people surrounding you that you can consider your family. On September 16th, we celebrate the Mexican Independence Day, which means we separated from the Spanish people and became an independent country. It means we became ourselves, we became our country, and started being Mexican people as a whole. Happy Mexican Independence Day. Viva Mexico.
Happy Mexican Independence Day. Viva Mexico. The big celebration in Grand Rapids was this past weekend. I believe Grand Haven has a big celebration this weekend. It's always fun to get out to enjoy the festivals. Have you been to one recently?
Not in the recent months, but I used to go to quite a few of the cultural and international festivals, and they're always a great time, and you learn so much, and the food is fantastic.
I know. It's go along just for the food, right? I tell you what, I love spending time on our campus here at West Catholic High School because it's a construction zone. There's so much going on. And Jan Biertheis from Rockford Construction, well, I'll tell you, he'll tell you who he is and what is going on.
Good morning, Gonzo. Jan Biertheis, Rockford Construction. I'm your site superintendent over here at West Catholic, giving you an update for today. Progress is doing really well. We have a few days until game day, and we're ready. Brick pavers are complete. Last thing left here is to put the sand in it. We're going to do that today. And what we did here was we took these brick pavers. They were a narrow path with a longer length. We widened them out to match the asphalt. And then right where it ended, we added concrete. So this was an add to the project. This concrete now will allow for full access all the way around and underneath the bleachers. The bleachers themselves have 4 points of access. One of them is an ADA ramp, which is in the middle underneath, which is the need for this access. We just got our final electrical inspection yesterday, and I'm going to work with our building inspector today just to do a courtesy walkthrough, and we'll be all ready from the city's perspective.
Let's walk up the steps real quick to take a look at these bleachers.
Okay.
There's a handicap seating right here as well, huh?
So throughout this area, there's spots for the handicap seating, multiple areas all the way down across the front. So they'll have access. There's a ramp right here that comes up, and then they'll be able to come to any of these locations.
It's going to be a lot of fun come Friday night.
Oh yeah, I'll be here for game day.
Can you give us a good go West?
Oh yeah, go West.
You like that? I prompted him, like, give me a go West.
Oh, that was fantastic. And Jan's been doing such a great job with this project, as have all the people from Rockford Construction. So we're on their team, and it sounds like they're on our team.
Definitely, for sure. And he'll be here for the game. So if you see Jan, say, hey, I saw you on West Catholic Live.
Definitely give him a shout out.
Give him a shout out. Hey, speaking of football and the big game on Friday night, like you said, Natalie, it is a first true home football game. A lot will be going on. A lot of activities are planned. Not only, before the game, but after the game. It's going to be a lot of fun. And earlier this week, caught up with Coach Landon Grove, who does a podcast here at West Catholic called the West Catholic Football Update Show. And this is a segment where he talks a little bit about the game from last week. Also talks about what you can expect from Friday night's game. So we hope you enjoy it. All right, Coach, you have brought on some awesome guests here on the West Catholic Football Update. This is a weekly show, folks, if you're just tuning in for the first time, where Coach just breaks down the upcoming game, reflects on the last game. And we had Coach Caleb Hauser on with the first show. We had your defensive guy, Darren Smith, on the last show. I love that you have a new guest with us this time. You're changing up a little bit. Introduce who we have next.
Yeah, so our guest this week is Tessa Perry. She is our Touchdown Club president. She is also a West Catholic not football alum. She is a West Catholic alum, but has always been a football fan, and we're thankful to have her supporting us. Her son plays for us. Her middle child, Hudson, is a ball boy for us. Her husband, Mike, is on staff. So West Catholic football is very, very important to her family, important to her, and we appreciate her support, and we're glad to have her on.
I want that hat, Tesla. That's awesome. How you doing?
Thanks. We can get you on. Good. How are you?
We're doing great. So tell us a little bit about Friday's game. What can we expect from the stands and from your perspective?
So Friday we have lots of visitors. We have our veterans game. Obviously, we're honoring all current and past first responders and military members. We have dinner planned for 5 for them. They can also sit in the end zone to watch the game as usual. We're doing an honorary captain for the coin toss before the game, which is exciting. We're collecting donations at both gates for the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans before the game and after. I guess we can leave it out there all game, but that's for a good cause, and we're excited for lots of visitors for the game on Friday.
So it's going to be a pretty busy night from not only on the field but off the field. Why are we doing this as a football community?
Well, it's a great cause, and we timed it really well, close to 9/11, to remember what we're here for and thank all the people that make us able to live the way that we are.
Now, Coach Grove, you probably have this conversation with the players, right? You probably have talked to them why this game is important.
Yeah, and it's funny because I teach here too, so I'm teaching world history and world geography. So we spent, even though today is the 12th, we spent a lot of time in class today talking about the significance of September 11th. It's more, it's not just a day to say, hey, today we're going to look at some videos of what happened at the World Trade Center and talk about these things just to talk about it. It's more, there's a lot of people who lost their lives. So it's respect to them, and it's also respect to all those who served in the overseas in Afghanistan and Iraq for the multiple years we were there afterwards, and for those the first responders who took the time to run into those buildings and save people, to respect those who lost their lives at the Pentagon, those who lost theirs in the other flight that went down. So there's a lot of things that go into it, and overall too, more so than just September 11th, is we're able to play this game in this amazing country that I couldn't imagine living anywhere else, because we're protected by such great, strong military and strong individuals with tons of bravery beyond what I could ever imagine to go out and do what they do to ensure the safety of our country, especially in a time where there's so much chaos. It feels like going on every day. I think it's important that we honor them and we show thanks to be able to do what we were able to do because of them.
Now, Tessa, I couldn't have said it better. Tell me, as a mom, and you're involved with every aspect of this program, it seems like, what do you love about it? What do you love about coming to a football game on a Friday night, seeing your husband on the sideline, seeing your son in the game, seeing your other son as a ball boy? What's it like as a mom sitting out in the stands?
It's honestly the best. It's the best. I think the Walk of Champions gets me every time. It's such an emotional thing, and it just shows our boys are working so hard. That's just a quiet reflection on, the time they're putting in to get pumped up for the game. I don't know. There's really nothing better than watching football in the stands on Friday night.
Nothing better than football on a Friday night, especially at Falcon Stadium. You would agree about that, wouldn't you?
1,000%.
It's going to be, there's so much energy is going to be going on Friday night. It's going to be, the kids are going to be excited, the players, the parents, obviously.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot going on, and this being the first true home game of the year, that energy is always electric, but just with all the festivities and things happening, it's going to be that much better.
And I think also for people discovering the new bleachers and how they operate and where they go, and they're going to be loud too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the student section is going to be wild.
Hey, speaking of wild and loud, we had a lot of people in the school on Tuesday for Mass. It was Grandparents' Day, VIP Day, where we also celebrated Mass with them. I love this. This was a lot of fun.
It was. It's something we try to do every year, but the last couple have been kind of toned back a little, obviously, because of certain situations in the world. But this year, we really opened up our doors. We had, I think, 130 to 150 grandparents on campus, or VIPs on campus, celebrating with their students. So it was beautiful to see. I checked with Megan Eversman. She said there were close to 180 people here. At some point, there might have been 200. So it was really busy, but a lot of fun. Earlier in the day, before the grandparents arrived, I had a couple of student reporters go out and ask their classmates if they had any special names for their grandparents. There's a long story why I suggested this question. I didn't realize most of them are just call them grandma, grandpa, but
not in the Gonzalez household. We go crazy with names. So maybe it's just a Gonzalez thing. I don't know. But let's play this video right now.
What special name do you have for your grandparents?
We call my grandma Abba, or we call her Grandma Abuela. Both sets of cousins use both, so that combined it's Abuela.
I call him Jiddo, and I call my grandma Nana. That's it.
I call my grandma Babushka and grandpa Dedushka.
Do you know the question? No. Okay. Do you have any special name for your grandparent?
No.
Just abuelito and abuelita.
Special names that you call your grandparents?
No,
What do you call them?
just grandma and grandpa.
I mean, other than grandma and grandpa, I call my grandparents Grammy and Grampy.
I call my grandma Baksha.
Oh, I had a grandpa that I called Papa Frank.
What do you call them?
Grandma and grandpa.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I call my grandparents grandma and grandpa, but the other grandma and papa. So, it depends on the household. But I know that you're a grandparent. So
Yeah.
what do your grandkids call you?
Yeah, I was going to show some photos of my grandkids. I didn't get around to it, but they call me Fish Paw.
Okay. A little explanation? Or?
I'll make it real quick. Yeah, one time when my kids were younger, I must have got out of the water or something, and my hair was all spiked up. So that's when I had hair. And they said, "Dad, you look like a fish." And I'm like, what? So that was their nickname for me, was Fish. And then as they got older, and they just call me Fish now, and now the grandkids call me Fish Paw.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know. That's just the way it is in our
I
household.
love that.
Anyway, speaking of that day, we also just walked around with our camera to just show the scene and what it was like here in the school. We hope you enjoy this clip as well. What it was like that big day on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to next year's already. I mean, it really was that much fun for me. Plus, there were donuts, so.
Yeah, can't beat them.
One other thing we did, we asked students if they wanted to say a few things about one of their grandparents, who inspired them, or what they love about their grandparents. And I was amazed, Natalie. We had over 12 responses, and we can't read every single one of them, but we did include a few of them here that we want to show you. They also have photos with them. Let's put the first photo up there right now. It looks like it is.
Holly Sweezer, she sent in something nice about her grandma. And she's just talking about how her grandma's tried to stay positive for the whole family, and she puts her family first no matter what. She's the strongest and most kind-hearted person Holly's ever met, and that's so beautiful and so true about a lot of the grandmas here at this school. They're always willing to put their kids and their grandkids first.
I know what that's like. All right, who else do we have next? Oh, Megan Tripany. Yeah. So Megan, I loved this little story. She said her grandma inspires her through her strength. She lives alone and has gone through a heck of a lot. I love how kids talk. I think we've gone through a heck of a lot, right? But she still finds time to take my 80-some-year-old great aunt out to her favorite restaurant, Wendy's. She still volunteers to tutor middle schoolers, even though she's retired years ago. She also does her absolute best to make sure everything is perfect for the people around her. That's being a good grandma.
Okay, and then Adam Hargrove, short, sweet, to the point. My grandmother taught me how to be a hard worker, which is such a valuable lesson. So that's great that Adam's grandmother was able to help him learn that lesson.
Oh, this is Mackenzie, right? Mackenzie Miller?
Yes.
Mackenzie Miller, she says, my grandparents are the kindest and most giving people. They're always willing to help out our family whenever they can. I aspire to be as active and hip as them when I'm their age. I'm so grateful for the memories we share and all they do for me.
Yeah, now this one was a beautiful story from Kiana Struer. She said that her grandparents have always been there for her. And actually, before her grandma passed away, she told her that West Catholic was the best school and that she really hoped that she would be able to come to West one day. So that's wonderful. So happy to have you here, Kiana. And her grandpa apparently is always telling her stories and teaching her new things. So that's a beautiful relationship, it sounds like she has with her grandparents.
That's what we do as grandparents, as grandpas. We always try to teach things. I think that's probably my fault, is I'm always like, and you can do this, and you can do that,
I mean, they're valuable lessons that you don't necessarily realize it at the moment, but as you get older, you truly realize how valuable your grandparents are.
Once again, Grandparents VIP Day was so much fun. We can't wait to do it again next year. Special time. If you missed it this year, definitely come next year. Or if you're going to be a Falcon, a future Falcon, you're coming into school here as a freshman next year, make sure to get involved with Grandparents Day. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And if for some reason you were unable to come, you're a grandparent or a VIP, we always have Mass, unless it's a special schedule. We usually have Mass on Tuesdays at 10:20, and it's open to the public. So feel free and join your grandkids or your students here during a Mass day.
Good point. Grandparents and VIPs are always welcome. Hey, speaking of just all the activities that happen around here, homecoming, I can't believe this, Natalie. Homecoming is next week.
Yeah, it's coming up really fast.
And there's a dance, there's Spirit Week, right?
Yes.
This is my first year experiencing this. I think when I came last year for my job interview, it was Spirit Week. And what were you wearing? Like
a
60s outfit or something?
Yeah, it was Decade Day, I think. I had a flower crown on. It was a great moment, but definitely interesting to explain to someone coming in for an interview.
Yeah, I walked in like going, what is going on at this school? Do I really want to work here? No, it was a lot of fun.
We have fun here.
It was a lot of fun. In fact, I think the announcement is being made today or tomorrow of what each day is.
I think so. Yeah. They usually do like a little teaser trailer of all the different Spirit days. And I think they're wrapping that up. So we'll see very soon what each day will be theme wise this year.
Little sneak preview, 80s are in. I know that for sure.
That'll be fun.
Hey, I know the dance is also a big deal. Do you have any information on dance?
Yeah, definitely. The homecoming dance is going to be Saturday, September 24th. And it's at West Catholic in the Aux Gym. Doors open at 7:30 and close at 8. The dance itself lasts until 11, and tickets are on sale right now. So if you want to go to the dance, you definitely need to jump on that. Light refreshments will be served. Any student at West Catholic is pretty much good to go. It's open to juniors and seniors, but if they ask a freshman or sophomore to come, they can come as well. But if you're trying to invite a student from a different school, you need to make sure you fill out a guest pass and get that back to the office as soon as possible. They take a little bit of time to fill out. Approvals need to be made from this school as well as the other student's school. So make sure you grab one and get that turned in by Wednesday, September 21st, in order to ensure that your guest can make it to the dance. You need to fill out a form that was emailed to you and is also in the weekly chatter before you can get tickets. But after you fill out the form, you just need to bring your money to Connor Foley during lunch or after school to room 116, and you'll be all set and ready to go for the dance.
All right, people just want to know, though, when is the Powder Puff game? I think that's Thursday, right?
Yes, the Powder Puff game. It's a great tradition. It's on Thursday, the 22nd at 7:30. It's actually in Falcon Stadium, so it's a really fun experience, juniors versus seniors. If you're interested in signing up, you need to talk to Emma Tuttle if you're a junior, or Ali Olszewski if you're a senior, to get a release form. But it's definitely fun to play in and really fun to go to as well.
All right, trivia question for you, Natalie.
Oh, no.
Who are the DJs for the homecoming dance?
I actually do know the answer to this one. We have DJ Cami B, and are we calling her DJ Sammy J?
I think we are.
Yes, Sam Jacob, who works in the main office, she's going to be DJing along with DJ Cami B.
I was in the office a few minutes ago, and they were both excited about it.
Oh yeah.
They can't wait.
It'll be a great playlist. Let me tell you.
All right, folks, that is it for West Catholic Live. We thank you so much for tuning in every Wednesday here on Facebook as well as YouTube. We love your comments, your feedback, and we are working so hard every single week to put together another show. Next week, I'm sure we'll be talking more about homecoming and what Natalie's going to be wearing every single day.
Can't wait for Spirit Week.
See you next week.